Good morning and welcome to the channel. I'm Novatazz and you are watching Novatazz Customs. Let's start this video off with a cold start. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I have a couple things I want to discuss before we get into today's video. Number one is just respect to your fellow people. No matter if you agree with what they're doing or not, does not give you the right to tear somebody apart. Recently I had, actually it was meant for you guys that are watching the video, not necessarily for anyone else, but I had started a fundraising campaign to help fund this channel and keep it moving forward, as my finances are super tight. Literally, I take home less than $1,000 a month, and that's for everything. And I literally got shit on. I wasn't even going to mention it, but you know what? I was so offended by how much offense people took to a request that was not required of them. Okay, fine. You don't want to finance something. You don't want to help somebody out. That's fine. Keep your mouth shut. Move on. There is no reason to sit here and berate and tear somebody apart because you don't agree with what they're doing. There's some things that I don't agree with what other people are doing. I keep my mouth shut. Because it's none of my business, it's none of my responsibility. There are plenty of people out there that are just trying to make things happen with nothing. And I'm one of them. I am literally making this channel out of nothing. Basically pulling things out of my, for lack of a better term, rear end. Just to keep this channel going and to keep content on this channel. Why you see me salvaging stuff off of my other cars. I have a lot of parts saved up for these cars that I'm using, but there are some things that you just need cash for. And I don't necessarily have the available funds here. I've tried raising money with t-shirts and other things. Honestly, haven't gotten a whole lot of response from them. If you go to my Teespring account, there is a wide variety of t-shirts up there, ranging from $20 to $40 for hoodies. I think they only $35. You can even buy a sticker, which I think is only like $4. I sell parts. I make custom furniture. I do other things to try to bring money into this situation, but at the end of the day, it's not enough. I was told I need to sell all my cars, I need to work harder. First off, I work a full-time job at a state facility taking care of people with mental illness. I am actually on light duty right now because a client injured me and I am not able to do my full duty. So I can't even work overtime right now, let alone another job. I also have child visitation, which means I am also limited in the amount of time that I can actually use for a second job. But all in all, I try to make it work. I'll still be here regardless of whether or not anyone helps me. I do support all of you guys that watch my channel. I do appreciate it all. I'm almost up to 1,400 subscribers as of this video. I think I was at 1,394. I may lose a few viewers over this. I may not. Who knows? But I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to make it. Okay? I'm buying parts just very, very slowly. And the sad thing is, it's not going to be anything expensive. I'm not going to be able to get this carburetor rebuilt in the anytime near future because I don't know when I will have even $400 in one place to be able to do it. But I've definitely still trying to get things accomplished. Like today's video, I went out and I bargain hunted something that I really needed for this car. I found it on a deal that I couldn't pass up, and I went for it. It's going to take me a while to pay for it off, but you know what? I'm trying. So, without further ado, I will show you what I got for this car and almost got screwed over on. I'll tell you the story. I got a complete bushing kit for this car. Now, this desperately needed it. All of the bushings on the body mounts on the driver's side have collapsed and caused the exhaust not to line up underneath the car. The manifold is hitting the underside of the car, and the steering shaft that comes from the steering column down to the power steering box is actually hitting the header because the engine is sitting up too high in the engine bay because of those collapsed mounts. So I went out and I bit the bullet and I purchased this. I did not pay full price for it. No, it's not sponsored. But like I said, I do what I can. I'm going to unbox this here for you for a second. I do warn you, there is a piece missing out of it. I did contact the seller and was reimbursed for it. I will have to go out and go get that part on my own. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get into this video. Alright, here we have it. And I'm going to take all the stuff out of the box here real quick. Now this is Energy Suspension's complete bushing kit. Their transmission mount is the part that is missing. Like I said, I did contact the seller. He reimbursed me for the part. I have to go out and go replace it. But this comes with everything, all the body mounts, the A-arm bushings, even down to the end link bushings, the dust covers, sway bar end links, you know, all of that stuff is here. So the main thing that I need to work on is making sure I get these body mounts in, because I can't even start worrying about lining up doors or anything like that until those mounts are in. So I think that's what I'm going to attempt to start doing today, is at least get the old ones out and see what I need. I might need to replace some bolts or whatever. That does not come in this kit. But everything else should be here, and we'll dig into this. So without further ado, let me get set up and we'll start taking apart the TA and get the old stuff off. Alright, after going over all of the parts, everything is here except for the transmission mount stuff, which I already knew. Got our grease, got our control arm bushings, we got our ball joint bushings, sway bar end links, we have all of the body mounts, which this is what I'm going to need first. We have the rear sway bar mounts. These are the washers for the body mounts. We have our tie rod end links, and then we have the leaf spring pads, perch pads for the Firebird. They did come with ones for the Nova, which I will use on the Nova later. I've put them aside. I don't need them for this particular application. So I have about an hour left to get stuff done. So let's get the driver's side up on. Let's get the driver's side up supported, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm going to try to show you this. Bushings are located. This is underside the car. This is the back of the subframe. First bushing is right there. You can see it. And then The second bushing is up here. Is right here. I'm gonna try to get these loose. If I can't, I'm just gonna have to keep soaking them in PB Blaster until they break free. So let me get started, and I'll let you know where I get in a couple minutes. I don't know how much you can see this, but I haven't even touched it yet. Can you tell that these mounts might be garbage? They wiggle. Alright, let's get these out of here. I know maybe my head's not in the way. All right, there's number one. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but there is now a gap between the floor and the body mount, which is what there should have been originally. I have a bad feeling that the other end of this bolt, there is a nut up in the body. It's supposed to be a cage nut, and I have a bad feeling that it is spinning inside the body and not breaking this bolt free. If anybody's got any suggestions or any help on what to do with this, please let me know, but I'm going to get this video uploaded for now. I'm out of time for today. I have visitation. But that is where we are at for now. As you can see, the exhaust is no longer hitting the floor. And there appears to be clearance in between that header and that steering. So anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Like I said, if any of you know what I can do about those bolts, I am gonna be soaking them all in PB Blaster. I don't get up here very often, so it is what it is. But soak them in PB Blaster. If there's anything else you guys can think of to help me get that out, or if you guys have been through the same situation, I really don't want to have to drill a hole down through my floor, but if that's what I have to do, I will. I can always re-weld it shut. And as always, And if you did want to support my channel and you haven't made it through this far into the video, there will be a link to the GoFundMe down in the description. If you don't agree with it, just don't say anything. I would rather hear nothing than to sit here and have to be berated again. I didn't deserve it the first time. I don't deserve it now. If you choose not to help, that's fine. It's whatever. I don't care. But if you do choose to help, the link is there. If you would like to help in a different way, like I said, Teespring, link to my Teespring account is also down in the description below. You can buy a t-shirt. I don't care. Just if you want to help me, let me know. I appreciate all of you, regardless of whether you help or not. But until next time, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below. Alright, see you in the next video.